Hey guys, it's Melanie. Welcome back to the third in-depth candle review of the day. I hope you are having a fantastic afternoon. If you missed it a little bit earlier today, I shared two other in-depth candle reviews, both from Kringle. If you missed them and you're curious about my thoughts on the Kringle Cypress and Cinnamon, as well as the Kringle Reserve Pine Cone and Clove, I will link both of those videos in the description box right below this one. I'll also put a link to where you can purchase the candle that I'm discussing in this video here. This is Kringle Reserve Volcanic Black Pine, obviously. So a link for that will be in the description box, as well as a discount code that'll save you 15% off of your purchase. So anyway, you guys, we do still have one more review that will be going live a little bit later on this evening, and that will be of the Kringle Winter Iris scent. And once that Winter Iris is reviewed, that means that I will have reviewed all of the latest Reserve launch fragrances, all of the holiday country candle fragrances, as well as the holiday classic jars from Kringle. So I do have a playlist on my main page where you can reference all of my Kringle and country candle as well as my Reserve reviews. So if you are curious about any of those scents and you missed any of them, check out that playlist. You will find every single fragrance reviewed there. Anyway, you guys, let's dig into this Volcanic Black Pine. This one was actually hiding behind another candle that I had already reviewed. So I thought this one was done. It's not, but you know what? I'm glad I'm reviewing this one because I actually like this fragrance a little bit more than the other slightly more perfumey scents that were a part of this most recent Reserve launch. Pine Cone and Clove, the Vanilla and Oak, and then also the Cinnamon and Cedar smelled quite perfumey to my nose. And this Volcanic Black Pine definitely falls into that same category for me. But you know what? I like this one a whole lot better. This is such a sophisticated, beautiful, manly scent. Like, it just, I don't know what it is about this one, but it just speaks to me. I have already burned this one well past the halfway point. I've burned it in a few different areas of the house, just kind of testing it out in the different rooms. I love it in my downstairs powder room, but honestly, it's way too potent in there. So I've been burning this mostly in the master bedroom as well as downstairs in our family room. It's a great performer, and I think a lot of you guys are really gonna like this one. If you are a lover of bergamot and vetiver especially, you gotta check this one out. It's so beautiful. So let's go ahead and read through the scent description here. We'll talk about the top, mid, and base notes. I'll tell you what I actually smell with my nose. We'll talk about the strength in the throw and then any burn issues that may have come up, and we'll wrap it up. Okay. Volcanic Black Pine. Intriguing notes of volcanic ash mingle with resinous black pine, smoked birch, and crushed vetiver, highlighted with soft touches of earthiness. The top notes here are smoked woods and bergamot. The mid notes are resins and vetiver, and the base is amber and fir. So what do I actually smell in here? First of all, this does come across to my nose as a more perfumey, or I guess you could say cologne type of fragrance. It does smell very masculine, but in the best possible way, you guys. This is so sophisticated. And I hate to use the word pretty because I feel like it doesn't go with, you know, manly scents like this, but it's beautiful. This is a beautiful scent, you guys. If you are a fan of bergamot, the bergamot in here has the most beautiful touch of citrus to it. This is absolutely the perfect bergamot, and that smoked woods note at the top is amazing. It almost smells like a freshly cut like piece of wood, but like there's maybe some like a touch of like a liquid smoke mixed in with that wood note. It's stunning. It's not a like charred wood type of note, if that makes sense. It's different from the charred wood. It's like, I hate to say liquid smoke, but that's the word that comes to mind. Like, it's just this like interesting smokiness that is distinctly not hearth-like. I don't know if that makes any sense. It does to me in my mind. Hopefully I'm getting it across to you. I don't really smell anything overly resinous about this scent. There is just a touch of sweetness to it, I guess you could say. But yeah, overall, this is not a super sweet fragrance. It's definitely more perfumey than it is sweet. I think one of the best parts about this is the amber. For whatever reason, Kringle uses this amazing perfumey amber a lot right now, and it just makes any fragrance that they put it in smell so much more sophisticated, just so much more elegant. This is a stunner, you guys. By the way, I don't get any of that fur in here. Like, this does not have a holiday tree note to my nose at all. It really is that like smoky, liquid smoky wood note, the bergamot, that touch of vetiver, that little bit of the beautiful perfumey, warm amber. Listen, you guys, if you are a bachelor, you need this fragrance in your house. I guarantee you this would impress some ladies. I really like this one. I actually wish that Craig had a perfume or a cologne that smelled like this. This is stunning. I've said this a couple times before, but I would like to see Kringle get into, so I don't know that they have any interest in this, but I think a lot of these like perfumey reserve fragrances would make really beautiful body care scents, especially in like a men's line. I would totally buy that for Craig. He would not buy any of that for himself because he does not care. But I like it when that guy smells good, and this is a fragrance that I would want him to bathe in. So I obviously love this scent, and I'm also quite pleased with the performance of this one. I actually really enjoyed burning this in our downstairs powder room, but it is way too potent for a small room like that. So I can only have it going in there for about an hour before you walk in and you're like, oh my God, it's too much. I have to blow this out. So this does better in my open concept areas where it's allowed to breathe a little bit, if you will. So in the open concept areas of my home, I would give this a strength of pretty much a solid 7.5. It never really got quite to an 8, but it's quite potent. It is a very noticeable fragrance. This is not subtle. And you're going to notice it when you walk into a room. So a strength and throw of about a 7.5, I think is quite accurate for this one. It performs quite well for me. I don't know that I would want this to be like an 8 or a 9 out of 10 in terms of strength and throw. I think it might be a little bit too much, at least for me. If this were ever released in a 4-wick, I would personally skip the 4-wick because I think, again, that would be a little bit too much for me. But in a 2-wick, I would absolutely repurchase this. I don't know if they have any plans of putting this one in a 4-wick, but if they do, I'll be skipping that and I'll get a 2-wick again. This is lovely, you guys. And normally these are not the types of scents that I gravitate towards, but this one's just done really, really well. If you're looking to try something new, I think this one is worth taking a chance on. As long as you are good with the bergamot, as long as you are good with that smoky wood scent, and as long as you are okay with this coming across a little bit more perfumey. So good strength and throw, a great fragrance overall, and 0 burn issues with this one. I'll give you an overhead shot here so that you can see how it has been burning. You can see no issues at all. It has honestly burned like a champ. I have let this one go as long as 6 hours at a time, and it has done extremely well for me. The wicks are not problematic at all. I trim them slightly before each burn. I did not have the same issue that I had with vanilla and oak where the wicks were placed too close and it just became one wick. These are still very much two separate wicks, and yeah, you guys, this is perfect. This is a great scent. I'm glad they sent this to me. I did receive this in PR, just so you guys are aware. I would have never bought this on my own, but now that I received this one in PR, I will certainly be repurchasing it myself in the future. This is a lovely scent. It's different from what I normally gravitate towards, but it's just, it's lovely. So for what it's worth, those are my thoughts. Again, I'll have this linked in the description box right below this video here. Feel free to go read up a little bit more about it yourself. I appreciate you guys being here. If you are curious about my thoughts on the Kringle Winter Iris, which is the last holiday 2024 classic jar that I need to review, that video will be up probably around 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time tonight. So tune in for that. Otherwise, I will see you guys in the next one. Be sure to subscribe if you're new. Give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Toodaloo.